Okay, what's up, everybody? This is the Wednesday show. And I actually might post 2 shows for Wednesday, so just stay tuned because I was unable to do the show last Saturday and Saturday before that. I have some emergencies. The weekends, for some reason, these last few weekends have not worked out. But I'm also a Buckeye fan, too, so I was watching the Buckeye game, and I was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to do the show, and I didn't do it, but nevertheless, I know you guys know that I was going to talk about Ted Cruz, right? Because who couldn't talk about Ted Cruz? Right? First of all, what the flying fuck just happened with Ted Cruz? Okay, so allegedly, for those who don't know what's transpiring, let me just tell you what's happening. So allegedly, Ted Cruz liked a porn video on his Twitter account. So you know you like, I don't know if anybody who doesn't have Twitter, you can basically like tweets, etc. that you let someone tweets. You don't have to necessarily retweet it, which lets all of your, followers and stuff see it. Unless, instead you could just like it. If you just like it, you don't necessarily have to retweet it. So Ted Cruz basically likes this porn video on this like sex porn Twitter account. So he basically likes that video, okay? And then the video, if you actually look at the actual video, because of course I'm going to go look at the video. I got to see exactly what it was that he liked. That video was basically a dude and a woman having sex and another woman walking in, watching them have sex and masturbating. Okay? So I have been laughing about this all day, and this is obviously I'm pre-recording this because this is today's Tuesday and this is when this happened, but I'm gonna post this on Wednesday, so that's when you guys will get it. Actually, I might even post it today, who knows? But okay, so then after that, okay, so Ted Cruz now comes out with that his staffer, one of his staff members, was the person who liked the tweet. Now, this person allegedly used Ted Cruz's personal accounts to like porn. Okay, so whoever was working for Ted Cruz either didn't have any respect for him whatsoever, where they felt like they could like porn on his website using his Twitter account, and there are no complications to that, knowing he's a senator and everything else, and the consequences that could come with that, and the scandal that has gone on right now. Like, Twitter's going off, and he is getting clowned like I have never seen before. He deserves to get clowned too, so I'm not even acting like he doesn't deserve this. He does deserve this because it shows some severe hypocrisy. But the thing that's confusing to me about him blaming his staffer, and was something that I was saying when I tweeted on Twitter, was like, so wait a minute. So Ted Cruz is blaming his staffer. Is that supposed to be better for him? So either you failed to review the people that you are hiring, you didn't do any background check, or you're hiring some kind of creeps that are looking at porn at work, or your staffers hate you. And they don't give a flying fuck about your future or your career whatsoever, to the point where they were going to do something that was so humiliating to you. So I'm not sure which one is whether, look, hey, all right, guys, I have a vice. I like watching porn. I don't know if that one's better or it was my staffer. It wasn't me. First of all, why are you just letting your staffer go and just be looking, searching the web, liking porn? I mean, is the staffer fired? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, so for me, I feel like after hearing this, especially from somebody who has chastised and disparaged the LGBTQ community consistently and trying to take away all the rights that they have, because he claims that sex should be between a man and a woman. But he had no problem watching sex between a man and a woman and another woman masturbating her ass off, while that was happening. Basically a threesome with not all three actually in it. Marriage is supposed to be between a man and woman. Was that appropriate, what they were doing in the video? If that's your philosophy, is it appropriate for a man and a woman to be having sex and a woman just walks in and is watching them and then starts masturbating? Is that appropriate to you, Ted Cruz? I mean, obviously it is, because you liked the tweet. And even people who like Ted Cruz are not understanding why he did it. There was really no logical reason to do it. I mean, unless he's like, look, fuck it, I'm leaving the Senate. But now, no matter what, even if it was his staffer, even if his staffer comes out and say, I apologize, it was me, I was wrong, it doesn't matter. It's still going to stain Ted Cruz. And then you have to remember, during the election season, even though it was National Enquirer, so you got to, everything with National Enquirer, you have to just be very careful what you say. I mean, they've broken some stories, but don't get it twisted. They lie their asses off for a living. But there were stories about Ted Cruz cheating on his wife with different women. And then now here's Ted Cruz allegedly liking porn. I mean, I think he liked it so much. Personally, I think he liked it. I have no interest in hearing anybody say that it was his staffer. First of all, no staffer is going to be that reckless. I mean, unless you're like, I don't ever want to be in politics. I don't ever want to get hired again anywhere else. I don't want a good referral from the Capitol. I don't want anything. My future, I just want to end it. Unless that's what you're looking for, you're suicidal or you're depressed. Unless there's something seriously wrong with you, a staffer would never do that. Now, it'd be one thing if he said his account was broken into, but that wouldn't even be believable, because if his account was broken into, they probably would have retweeted it, not just liked it, because they wanted people to know. It was supposed to be humiliating. I think Ted Cruz liked it. I think he liked the video because he was turned on by it. He watches porn, he looks at porn, and it excites him. And so what happened was he just liked it, didn't think about it really. He didn't retweet it, but he liked it because it turned him on, and then he got caught, and then he just undid it. He didn't realize, people are going to be looking at my likes. I just think that he just didn't foresee the storm that was coming, because I feel like he liked it. He liked that video. He was watching it, and he was probably encouraging them to post more videos like that. Hey, post more videos of porn. Post more videos with women watching a man and a woman having sex and masturbating. Post more videos like that. Maybe he was trying to encourage them. I don't know, but I believe that he liked that video. I do not believe that a staffer would do it. It's more plausible that he did it than a staffer. And it would have been more plausible to say he was hacked, because you could never really prove that he wasn't. And it's so much easier. I mean, you can't really prove that the staffer didn't do it either, but it's so much more believable because we all know that people get hacked. It's harder to believe that a staffer is just going to go completely rogue and then just try to ruin your career, literally, by liking porn. I mean, it's one thing if the staffer would have gone out and wrote like, fuck the world or something like that, or fuck being a Republican, or fuck conservatives, I'm not a conservative, I'm a fraud, or whatever, something like that. I mean, then they're definitely trying to destroy you. And then you see those kind of things and you think, that person wouldn't write that. They just wouldn't write that. So for me, I look at the way I look at this situation is I look at it like, look, this is a catastrophe for Republicans. Because Ted Cruz is supposed to be, first of all, you have a pervert in the White House, right? An admitted pervert. Guy who grabs women, admitted sexual assaulter. And if he ever acted on those things, that was sexual assault. Those things he said in that Billy Bush video about grabbing women by the pussy and they just let you do it. So he just goes up and grabs a woman by the pussy. That's sexual assault, period, point blank. She may not say anything after you did it. That doesn't mean she allowed you to do it. She didn't give you permission. Permission would have to come before the act. So the thing is, when you have a pervert in the White House who is an admitted sexual assaulter, who disparages women consistently, who has had multiple wives and relationships and cheated on his wife, stuff like that, when you don't have the moral character in the White House, where people start, those real conservative and evangelical and very like Christian people, evangelicals are starting to be questionable, to be honest with you, because their support for Trump, those that support Trump, I question their religion, but nevertheless, that's irrelevant. But you're claiming to be this, like, the conservative part of the Republican Party is supposed to be this holier than thou, this moral authority. These are the people who, they don't get involved in anything. They don't want anybody to do anything. They don't even want women to have sex, honestly, unless it's with just their husband once they get married, never before. I mean, these are like really, really conservative people. They just don't engage in a lot of the wild behavior that the rest of us kind of do. Like, we all engage in stuff. I drink, like everybody kind of has things that they do. The devices, they go out, they party, they do all this stuff. So everybody has these things that we do. So those people in the conservative party were supposed to be like the moral compass, right? For everybody. This is how you should behave as a good Christian conservative. And while Ted Cruz is saying that, he's over there clicking on porn, looking at porn, and probably jacking off in the Capitol. See, this is the thing. I feel like he was actually at work looking at porn, because what, were you at home doing it? Was your wife like in another room and you was looking at porn and liking? Did you not think your wife would go, do you want to divorce your wife? What in the fuck are you doing? And the thing about it is that Ted Cruz is supposed to be also a smart person, a very good lawyer. And here he goes, basically blaming a porno, scandal on his staffer? So what happens now? The Republican Party, you guys are doomed. Like, you're losing. People are like, nah, you're a fucking fraud. We realize it now that nothing you say really holds any weight. Your moral authority, that person that you guys put out to perpetuate this moral compass, he's a fraud. And he got busted, and he was being busted during the campaign season when he actually didn't fully deny some of the allegations in the National Enquirer, which is true. Obviously, the story about Lee Harvey Oswald and Cruz's father was just ridiculous. But he didn't necessarily fully deny. He just kind of said Donald Trump is crazy and all this stuff, he's a liar and all this other stuff. But he didn't necessarily fully deny the allegations of him having affairs on his wife. I'm not saying that he did. I'm not confirming that he did or he didn't. But I'm saying there were allegations out there, and he didn't actually fully dissuade anybody on that. That kind of went away because he was a failed candidate, right? So that kind of went away, and then the focus became Donald Trump. But what Ted Cruz did was he tried to rebuild himself so that people would look at him as the future and the vision and the foundation of conservatism. Well, that shit is gone. That shit is gone. It doesn't matter what he says anymore, because even if he didn't do it, see, that's damage is already done. That's why I wonder if it really was a staffer, which I would say 5% of me says it could be a staffer, because it could be a person who went completely rogue and just went there. It was so dumb that they liked a tweet by Ted Cruz. Or did they forget that they were using Ted Cruz's account? I don't know what it is. It could be, those things don't seem innocent. If you're watching porn using Ted Cruz's account, and you're a staffer, and you're reckless enough to go and just like a tweet accidentally because you thought it was your account, you don't deserve a job anywhere. You definitely wouldn't work for me. I would never hire you. So the thing is, I think that what Ted Cruz, though, anyway, back to what this really is about the Republican Party right now. The Republican Party is in shambles. It is in shambles. The problem is that Democrats can't get their shit together. But if the Democrats could get their shit together, the Republican Party is over. These kind of scandals, they don't go away. And for those people who are true conservatives, they're going to look at Ted Cruz differently. He's no longer their golden boy. He needs to get in front of this. He needs to get out there immediately, because he has just done severe damage. Look, Trump has this base that's solid, that'll stay there with him, and that are just delusional people that literally have no grasp on reality. Those people will stay with Trump. Those Christians who are against porn and, they have 900 kids, but they've been married to one person, and they go to church every day, and they've never drink any wine. They live there and they sit in candles instead of the light. All those weird people. Yes, it's weird to me. It is weird to me. Those weird people that behave that way, that never experience real life. Those are the people who are going to look at Ted Cruz and be like, no. And those are the people that the Republican Party needs. And they're not going to be looking at the Republican Party, especially one, if Trump can't deliver a lot of the stuff that he's supposed to do. And two, if they start realizing that you guys are just a complete and total fraud. The things that you're telling people that they shouldn't agree with, and they shouldn't like, and they shouldn't support, you're out there doing them. Ted Cruz is one of those people that was out there fighting against pornography. And here you are liking porn. The hypocrisy is so astounding that I think that it's, no matter what the excuse is, that should never have happened to someone like him, who specifically said that these things are wrong. So now, even I'm sure some of his colleagues today are looking at him like, did he just put his hand in his pants? Let me see. People, I'm telling you, when they watch him, when he's walking out for the bathroom, they're like, did he wash his hands? Because nobody knows anymore what is really going to go down with Ted Cruz. You have no idea. So now he's made somebody who was already hated in the Senate, he's made them look bad. Because you can't, now it looks like the party that just is sex. You go from Donald Trump wanting to grab pussy, and then you have Ted Cruz liking porn. What else do you need? Stop saying that it's just the Democrats. And you have Anthony Weiner and all this other stuff. Look at what we're seeing right now. You guys also, wasn't there an Alabama governor who was having an affair? Who was a Republican? Something's going on with the Republican Party. They're perverts. Or there's some perversion that goes around. I think when you go around your entire life lying and trying to pretend like you're a certain person that you're really not, it's very difficult. And so those certain instincts that you have naturally in you, you're going to act upon them. And I think that's what Ted Cruz did. He was horny. He was at work. His wife wasn't there. Who even knows if he had sex with his wife? His wife wasn't there. He wanted to get off. He saw a video he liked. He was about to come, and he pressed like. Boom. Trying to encourage him. Oh, that was the video I liked. Oh, I love that video. That's really what that was. It was Ted Cruz liking porn. So look, I'm going to be talking more about this probably on Saturday, because I have a lot of jokes for Ted Cruz. But I will say this. The Republican Party, you guys need to get your shit together. You're done. I don't know how you guys can even remotely people take you seriously anymore. What do you stand for? Are you guys porn lovers? Porn likers? We don't know anymore. Nobody knows. All we know is you can grab them by the pussy and you can like porn at the same time and still say that you're holier than thou. Till next time.